Every year, thousands of Marine recruits headed to boot camp to serve our country. Now, WLB News 10's Re-Essa Buckles took a 4-day trip to get a behind-the-scenes look at the intense training that recruits experience at the Marine Recruiting Depot on Parris Island, South Carolina. Now, she joins us with a special report on how recruits are transformed from civilians into Marines.
On graduation day, families see the stark change in their new Marine, but they often don't know the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into making a Marine.
Good job, guys, good job!
Proud parents belting out the U.S. Marine Corps battle cry. Thousands of families, like Dan Gillen and his wife Andrea, lined up along the curb to cheer on their Marines, who are one day away from graduation. But only a few parents know what it takes for their sons and daughters to be part of this motivational run, and that's because they've done it. And I experienced it firsthand at the Educators Workshop. 60 educators witnessed and participated in boot camp, which is typically 13 weeks. We did it in 4 days. The recruit training cycle is broken down into 3 phases, aimed to challenge recruits physically, mentally, and emotionally.
Oh, you look at me! Scream right now!
We lined up on the legendary Footprints, the first stop for all recruits.
You're gonna get back. Did I say move yet?
And our first taste of Phase 1 boot camp.
First phase is probably the most difficult because they're in shock.
Drill instructor Staff Sergeant Simone King's sole job is to break down the bad habits of recruits.
Okay, that's not max value. All you run that way right now.
Like recruits, we were challenged to shed our individuality and think like a team. Educators got a chance to chow with recruits in the mess hall.
How to work together and like having everyone in the platoon realize that we're working as one.
Even in Phase 3, Albany recruit Jasquan Bryant says he still struggles with the concept. Day 2 events were all about character development, the core of Phase 2.
First phase, they struggle through it. They don't have the confidence to get through it. They have a little bit of mental block because some of them have never done things like that before.
The name says it all. The confidence course helps recruits conquer their fears and to do the unthinkable.
Hips to that bar, feet here.
But our next stop, we really felt the burn. I'm getting ready to go in the gas chamber, so I'll let you know how I'm feeling as I walk through. Starting to feel the heat. My eyes are burning, can't keep them open. Face is still burning. Can barely breathe. Trying to catch my breath here. But this is the experience that you'll have here at the gas chamber. And finally, the next feat, rappelling down this 43-foot tower.
That hand behind your back, take that rope, put it over here for me. There you go. Now just run back. You can use your hands right now. They got it. Okay. Take your left leg.
Day 3, our final day.
It was fun, but I'm hurt.
We were en route to watch more than 500 Marines graduate, the last event of Phase 3.
And more than 1 million Marines have been trained here.
The emotional ceremony was a proud moment for families like the Gillens, who've waited 13 weeks to salute their Marines. Before the platoons could finish shouting the battle cry, a stampede of families sprinted to their beloved Marines. This was a special moment for retired Colonel Dan Gillen and his wife Andrea. Their son Jared finally finished boot camp.
I was proud of him that he acknowledged the effort that a dad puts into his son. And to see him take that first step with these other Marines and these 6 platoons of the best our country has to offer, you know, it was emotional. It was an emotional moment for me.
Words can't describe how I'm feeling right now. It gives me a lot of pride and honor to be able to carry on our family name into the Marine Corps and carry on that legacy.
It was an honor to have you here. Thank you.
Next week, I'll look at Parris Island's connection to Albany's Marine Corps logistics base.
Well, more and more houses are investing in solar panels, while city commissioners passed one ordinance in one Georgia county.
We're holding on to our unseasonably warm temperatures around South Georgia. It looks like that's not going to change anytime soon. What about our chances for rain? We have your first alert extended forecast coming up next.
Now your WALB First Alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Yolanda Amadeo.
It has been a very quiet week around Southwest Georgia. A lot of sunshine, some clouds, but no rainfall to report. And looks like our dry conditions will extend on into Good Friday. So we wrap up the week with mostly sunny skies starting out. Moving into the afternoon, clouds start to roll back in. We still have that easterly flow, bringing in just enough moisture for some fair weather clouds around. Otherwise, still warm. Highs reaching low to mid 80s. Continuing on into our Friday, we start out on a fair note, but notice by the afternoon, the influx of moisture beginning to move in from the Atlantic, penetrating further westward. We'll pick up some clouds, maybe a sprinkle in our far eastern areas. Remember, the air mass is extremely dry, so it's going to take a lot of moisture in order for us to get some rainfall. And then continuing on into Saturday, some of the models are backing off on bringing in more clouds Saturday afternoon, but we'll keep it in there. Otherwise, still dry and still relatively warm, although temperatures may be a degree or two lower. Now, as we continue on into tonight, especially moving into the next 7 days, looks like our drought conditions will continue to grow as a result of no rainfall across the area, and that will extend at least until the middle of next week. Abnormally dry across most of South Georgia, moderate drought setting in across Colquitt, Mitchell, even areas of Decatur and northern Grady counties. Looks like we'll continue to see this activity in terms of no rainfall in the area continue to expand at least until we get into the middle of next week, and still only a slight chance for any showers, maybe a few thunderstorms from Tuesday into early next Thursday. Temperatures, of course, will remain well above the average high 77. We haven't seen those upper 70s for quite some time, although a few areas have been hitting 79, but most areas have been mostly low to mid 80s. We'll continue that trend. However, next week, jumping into the upper 80s, so we'll have a touch of summer returning over the next 7 days. Now, of course, our mornings have been extremely mild, well above the average of 52. No changes here. We'll go even higher into the low 60s moving into next week. Outside right now, pretty mild. The temperatures are in the upper 60s to low 70s. We'll bottom out in the upper 50s starting out in the morning. And then for tomorrow, a lot of sunshine, some afternoon clouds. Highs will reach mid 80s. So for your Good Friday, all quiet and dry. What about Easter Saturday? We'll pick up some clouds late afternoon. Temperatures still warm in the low to mid 80s, and just as nice on Easter Sunday with highs holding in the mid 80s. A first alert extended 7-day forecast. Fairly dry one on through the Easter weekend will bring rain chances back as we work our way toward the middle of next week. But at the same time, temperatures on the rise, highs reaching near 90.
Solar energy is growing, and anyone in Thomas County wanting to install a solar system can now do so thanks to a new ordinance. This comes after a 6-month moratorium put in place in October. Since then, commissioners have worked hard to get policies in place for the high number of people interested in installing solar systems. The amendment now sets apart 2 categories. There are solar systems for homes and businesses, and then solar farms for commercial purposes. Well, the Atlanta Braves show off their brand new statue. Plus, hear why the Georgia Firebirds feel they can ride the momentum to another big win this weekend on the road. Theo Dorsey's got sports coming up. The history. I said, Bobby Gott's going to be in the Hall of Fame, and players come here because they want to.
Now from WALD News 10, Sports with Theo Dorsey.
South Georgia, let's talk sports. All good things must come to an end, and for Tift County High School, Eric Holland's tenure might even be considered great. Today, Holland officially announced he is accepting the principal job out at Rome High School. Fresh off a championship run, Holland is choosing administration over basketball. Holland led Tift County to state championships in 2014 and 2017, and he helped lift the program to elite status in Georgia's highest classification. As for the former ball coach, he says it changes nothing.
A fraternity that never ends, and you can't get out. So, you know, if you ever play ball for me or work with me and connect with me, then we're connected for life. So that's that bond we share, and it's a lifelong love. And I always be a part of these kids' lives, just like I am with the kids that play for me in Turner and the kids that play for me in America.
Tift County officials tell WLB there is no plan in place yet for Holland's replacement. The Atlanta Braves will debut SunTrust Park tomorrow evening against the Padres, but first they had to show a bit of love to a legend. The most successful manager in Braves history, Bobby Cox's statue was revealed today. Cox managed the Braves for parts of 25 seasons. He won 14 consecutive division titles, 5 NL pennants, and 1 World Series championship. He also won the NL Manager of the Year three times and was inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame back in 2014, but he said this moment might trump Cooperstown.
Tommy Lasorda was the first one to greet me after I was elected to the Hall of Fame at the winter meetings in December of 2013. And he said then to me that you reached the top of the hill, you can't go any higher. I may today have gone just a little bit higher, but they're both right there.
Braves and Padres tomorrow at SunTrust Park for the debut. Now, fresh off their first win of the season, the Georgia Firebirds are seeking win number 2, and they'll have to do so against the number 3 team in the National Arena League. Georgia travels to Lehigh Valley, Pennsylvania this weekend. The 3-1 Steelhawks pose a serious threat to the Firebirds' momentum, but Antoine Savage says this isn't the same team that started the season with 3 straight losses.
Every week we've improved in spots that we needed to. If you really look at it, our secondary hadn't had any picks. They came out last week, they got picks. Also, our offensive line had given up sacks every game. In the last game, they didn't give up any sacks. So we look at both of those points, and we build off of those.
Kickoff is Saturday night at 7 out at Embassy Bank Field inside of the PPL Center. And 4 Monroe athletes announced their college decisions today. Offensive lineman Eric Say and wide receiver Ulysses Williams announced they are heading to Middle Tennessee State University. Both players plan to walk on with the Blue Raiders. Former fullback Dan Williams is heading to Livingstone College, and he will be joined by offensive guard Janowski Lessiter. Head coach Charlie Truitt hopes the younger classes will learn from what they did.
Well, we're hoping this opportunity for those kids to come back hungry, to play, get better, and also continue to keep our program on uprise.
Truitt was proud of the turnout and support for Tornado's signing day. More free college news. Cole Red signed his letter of intent to play for Middle Georgia State University. The Lee County senior is only the second from the program in 15 years to earn a scholarship. He hopes the younger classes are inspired to add to that number.
It's a lot because, I mean, it shows that Lee County soccer is growing and it's having better players come out and everything.
Oh, it's huge for the younger class. It gives younger kids hope that, you know, one day they can be like Cole and shine. And Lee County is a great place to be.
Trojans play a region runner-up game tomorrow, and the playoffs start last week of April. Let's take a quick look at the fishing game report. 5 p.m., the best time on Good Friday to hit the water. So happy fishing.
Proud moment for all those high school athletes.
Definitely so.
Congratulations to them. Thanks, Theo. Well, some students got a lesson that they're going to take with them for years to come. The skills they acquired while helping a new storm relief organization. New at 11, Albany Middle School students learned about the finer things in life while helping a new storm relief organization today. Students received an etiquette lesson. During that, they pretended to dine as if they were at a real restaurant, and they had to use their manners. B.J. Fletcher even catered the learning exercise to give it an authentic feel. Students and Fletcher used that opportunity to surprise Albany Twin Storms Relief CEO Makiba Wright with a $1,000 check.
And this young lady walked up to me. She's like, my trailer's gone. I don't know what to do. What am I going to do? And it just kind of like ripped my heart in two. I'm like, something has to be done. And thus, Albany Twin Storms was formed.
The organization was started in February after the storms that devastated the Albany area. Our next news is at 5 a.m. with Today in Georgia, but you can always keep up with the latest news, weather, and sports at our website, WALB.com. Good night, everyone.